As we begin, please don't assume that one of these plans will pass. The fact is that the legislative process involves amendment, debate, and compromise. A plan may pass as written. A plan may pass and be so changed as to not resemble anything forwarded by the commission. And another option is that no plan may pass, and we will be exactly where we are today. While I don't know for sure, I believe that this is called the One Church Plan because it does not require anyone to leave the United Methodist Church unless they choose to do so. In fact, it does not require any person, church, or annual conference to vote or change what is being done right now. It is the only plan of the three that does not recommend a separate body for those whose opinions are not in line with the majority. We can choose to remain one church. The One Church Plan proposes to remove all restrictive language around LGBTQ people while adding language about religious freedom. For example, the prohibition of officiating same-sex weddings will be removed, but in its place is the language that states a pastor cannot be forced to officiate a wedding and a local church cannot be forced to host one. Similar actions are recommended for ordination. Boards of ordained ministry will decide on the fitness, readiness, and effectiveness of candidates for ordination and will make their own decisions. They will not be forced to decide, nor will bishops be forced to ordain a candidate if they object to that candidate's sexual ethics. Having said that, there are those who state that adoption of this plan, which may in some areas constitute full inclusion of LGBTQ people, is not something they can live with, making it necessary for them to choose to leave the denomination. The plan as presented offers a way out for both churches and pastors who would choose thusly. This would have the result of moving choices around LGBTQ people to annual conferences and local churches. For example, each local church may decide, but is not required to decide, its own policy regarding same-sex marriage ceremonies. Each board of ordained ministry may decide, but is not required to decide, on the ordination of LGBTQ individuals. Each pastor decides whether or not to do weddings. This decision may be different from the one the local church reaches. In a nutshell, no one is forced to do anything. Under this plan, each jurisdiction will be responsible for all costs of its episcopal offices, that means the bishops, while continuing to support the episcopal leadership in mission fields around the globe. This plan allows for space to contextualize ministry. It acknowledges that some places the current LGBTQ prohibitions are a hindrance to our mission. And in other places, for example, in other countries, full inclusion could be viewed as a crime. This plan requires 17 changes to the Book of Discipline, none of which are constitutional amendments.